4 guitar players, 4 different guitars, 1 amp. Can the brand new Orange OR30 handle it all? Today we're going to find out. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Devin from Safe Haven Music. Today we're checking out the brand new OR30 from Orange. The OR circuit has been around for quite some time, since the beginning of Orange with the OR120, and we've had the OR15 for a while. We used to have an OR100 way back when. Now we're back with an OR30, but don't be fooled. This is not just the older brother of the regular OR15. These OR30s are made in the UK and have, of course, 30 watts instead of 15, but there's a lot more going on underneath the hood that makes this an entirely more powerful, different beast. For this video, I used, this is my personal guitar. We actually all use our own personal guitars to show our personality and our sound and what we can do with the amp, because it's not about the guitars that we're using necessarily, it's about all of the things that this amp can do. This is a parts caster super Strat that I had made, roast maple neck, alder body, bare knuckle Ragnaroks, so it's definitely very hot and bright and less traditional than your average guitar out there. But this combined with this incredible amp here, I was able to get a tone that I didn't know I was able to get out of an Orange. So besides the EL84 tubes and the 12AX7 preamp tubes, this has a GC34 rectifier tube in here. Very different from most Orange amps that are usually out there. And with that in mind, over the EL84 power tubes gives you a very different outcome. When this amp was rumored to be coming out, people were always thinking, man, are they going to throw EL34 tubes in here? And most people would. This is doing something very unique instead. So when you combine the EL84 tubes and the GC34 rectifier tube, you get a spongier, sagging sound again that you would have out of a higher wattage, bigger power tube amp. Usually EL84s on their own are a bit boxy, but that rectifier tube just rounds the entire thing out. But then from there you think, oh, you've got an Orange with a rectifier tube. Wouldn't that just be a lot of like mud and bass going on that you can't really control? Instead, they introduced the presence knob and the bright switch. Most Orange amps don't come with a presence knob, so it's nice that at least that alone, you can get a lot of your brightness back and cut through the spudginess and the sagging of the rectifier to give you that fuller tone again. But when you go to that bright switch here, you actually have 3 different settings to go off of. In the middle is just straight through bright switch is bypassed. But then when you go to the left, you have a finer point of treble that is boosted. But when you go all the way to the right, you actually have an entire more broad treble boost. Now, when you combine that bright switch and the presence knob together, along with its very usable 3-band EQ, you're able to get so many sounds. And that's why we actually made this video, because we have 4 different guitar players that play in different styles, 4 different guitars that sound completely different woods, pickups, output levels, and then just controlling this single channel amp, you're able to get out so many different outcomes.
What's going on, everybody? This is Chris over at Safe Haven Music. Today I'm checking out the OR30 from Orange. I'm going to be using my Gibson Firebird with dual mini humbuckers in it to see how it can handle it. What I really like about this amp is the fact that it is honestly perfect for blues. Bright switch is really awesome. Same thing with that presence knob. You can really dial in a great glassy blues tone with it.
Performance controls, I would say, the amp. What you need to play with it live is just single channel and your foot switch boost. If you see the speaker with the foot on there, that is a foot switchable volume boost. So you can just throw that in front of the amp in case you need a little bit of a solo boost. And then on the back, you actually have your wattage setting for headroom to bedroom. So it's not just a half down on the wattage. You go from full 30 watts all the way down to 2 watts. So this really is a great bedroom amp and a great stage amp and recording amp, of course, because here we are. Sounds fantastic. And if all of that wasn't enough, for the first time, I think, we have gold hardware on top of the amp, and there's gold piping on the side of the amp as well. So it's definitely standing out amongst the rest of the Orange lineup.
Hey everyone, this is Stu from Safe Haven Music. I'm here today demoing the Orange OR30 with my Aristides H08, which is equipped with Lundgren Black Heaven pickups. So this is a 30 watt amp that apparently pushes more air than a 100 watt amp, which is absolutely crazy. Favorite thing about this amp has got to be the presence knob. You can get anything from really doomy tones when it's rolled down all the way to like buzzsaw high gain. So here it is.
Hey, this is Austin from Safe Haven Music, checking out the OR30 from Orange with my Gibson Les Paul. Got Gibson PAF style pickups in it. I think my favorite part about the amp is definitely how responsive the 3-band EQ is. You can really get a wide range of tones just from moving each knob a tiny bit. There's really a lot of combinations in there, you know, to work with your setup, get the sound you're looking for.
When you get this amp, it's not that you're buying anything that you've ever had before. I think this sits perfectly in the catalog of all the Oranges. You have the Thunderverbs, which have a lot more gain, and you have a tone control as your main EQ band. Then you have the Rock Reverb series, which is more traditional, I guess, more modern Orange, where you have basic 3-band EQ, and it's 2-channel. It's pretty much the most versatile amp that they have. And, well, I'll say versatile when it has the 2 channels, and you can use them coinciding. But as far as like a single channel amp, that is not only good for just like having a good Orange style gain. You've got bright, sparkling, fat sounding cleans. You have great overdrive. You have incredible, most disgusting distortion. I'm sure you saw Stu's clip where he was playing his big fanfare 8-string, but that's the thing. People can use stuff like that. They can use stuff like this. They can use stuff like Stin's Les Paul or even Chris's Firebird too. So you're really filling in a lot of gaps with just this one amp. So it seems that we've really put this amp through its paces, and I think it passed through every single test that it has. This has been Safe Haven Music, checking out the brand new Orange OR30. I hope everybody enjoyed the different demos that we had, because it's a very unique amp. I think it's definitely something not to sleep on. We're getting some more in orange and in black, So definitely be watchful on our website. Definitely stay up on our YouTube for more demos like this. Thank you.